1 month after Menglong's death, the storm is only growing fiercer. Mango Excellent Media's market value plunged by 4.8 billion renminbi in a day, a vice president suddenly resigned, and China's National Social Security Fund appeared on the shareholder list. Tens of thousands of fans took to the streets demanding the truth, and 260,000 people worldwide have signed a petition. This is not an accident, but a stress test of red capital collapsing. Who is covering up? Who is panicking? Don't miss the next drop, subscribe and enable the bell. Things are getting more and more unusual. A month has passed, Menglong's death has not faded from memory. Instead, it's become a bomb that has exploded from the entertainment industry straight into the capital markets. The stock market tanked, public opinion erupted, fans are furious. This event, labeled as an accidental fall, is turning into a chain explosion of capital and power. Look, behind him sits parent company Mango Excellent Media, one day wiped out more than 4 billion renminbi. Some media estimate that from October 9 to October 10, shares fell over 11% across 2 days, erasing about 7.67 billion renminbi in market cap. A vice president quit overnight, angry netizens asked, is the People's Pension Fund being used to bankroll this kind of company? More than 10,000 fans poured into the streets shouting for truth and shut down Tianyu, even watching you choked up on stage. I still haven't figured it out. This isn't a routine tragedy, it's a tectonic jolt to the system. One person fell, and the fissures in red capital widened. So, who's covering up? Who's nervous? And who is afraid of the truth being seen? Today, we start from the stock plunge to examine the power game behind it. Dominoes falling? Mango Excellent Media plunges, a VP bolts. Menglong's agency E-Media, Tianyu Media, is owned by Mango Excellent Media. On October 9, Mango shares suddenly dropped 6.68%, evaporating tens of billions of RMB in a single day. Capital flow shows both main funds and hot money fleeing en masse, with a net outflow over 150 million renminbi. Only uninformed retail investors were still catching the falling knife. More coincidentally, the very next day, October 10, Mango's board announced that company vice president Luo Zijuan tendered a written resignation citing job transfer, and would hold no further posts after leaving. Who is Luo Zijuan? His resume shows he entered the Hunan broadcasting system in 1995, a longtime insider who rose from director of the security department to Mango TV VP, then to VP of the listed company. Many netizens immediately tied the stock plunge and VP's exit to Yu's death, insisting this is no coincidence. Comments included, on September 11, Yu tore open a hole, now the loop is closing. Netizens are brilliant, nationwide boycott. Investors, sell quickly, worse is coming. The people's power shouldn't be underestimated, go, Menglong. Investors, be cautious. The masses see clearly, enough said. Let's sketch the ownership chain to see how deep the water runs. Yu's agency is E-Media. E-Media is under Mango Excellent Media. Mango Excellent Media is the core listed platform of Hunan Broadcasting System. Hunan Broadcasting, as many know, is an important provincial-level propaganda mouthpiece. Behind these nested shareholdings lies not just entertainment capital but also a deep official background and the shadow of red elites. More ironically, netizens digging through filings found the National Social Security Fund on Mango's major shareholders list. A check of East Money's data center shows that since June 30, 2025, the National Social Security Fund 112 portfolio ranked 5th among Mango's top 10 shareholders, holding 16.89 million shares, a 1.65% stake. Another post on Sohu Securities, dated October 10, notes that the NSSF 414 portfolio held Mango shares over the past 2 years, 5.7999 million shares, a 0.31% stake. In other words, the retirement savings of countless ordinary Chinese citizens were invested in a company now mired in allegations of exploiting artists and manipulating public opinion. Netizens exploded, they're using our money to take down the people we love, what could be more ironic? What do you think? A beloved artist dies under suspicious circumstances, his company offers no convincing explanation, then the stock craters and a top executive resigns. Coincidence or inevitability? Share your thoughts in the comments. Fong Li once said he had handled over 100 corpses, stunning the room. Online rumors allege he was set up to attend a 17-person dinner, and every name on that list is now under a magnifying glass, among them 71-year-old producer and screenwriter Fong Li. Netizens recently dug up an old interview clip. While promoting the film The Fallen Bridge, he said, "The ugliness and crimes of the world, even the bodies of the deceased, I've seen too many to count. The corpses I've handled number in the hundreds," stressing that the film's content is far less brutal than reality. The remarks set the internet ablaze. People asked, what kind of producer/screenwriter handles hundreds of bodies? Unless he's a coroner, a hitman, or in the funeral business, how is that normal? Some countered that at his age, having lived through the Cultural Revolution and famine, it's possible he saw many dead. But at such a sensitive moment, his words were like pouring gasoline on a fire. Fung later clarified on Weibo that he didn't know you and posted his schedule showing he was in Chongqing that day. But netizens dug up a photo of him kissing director Ching Ching-song, also named on the dinner list, suggesting close ties and fueling suspicions of involvement. Even more coincidental, users claimed his IP location showed Beijing on the 10th, the dinner, then suddenly switched to Chongqing on the 11th when you died. The timing, they say, is just too neat. Rage that won't be smothered. After Yu's death, Beijing police quickly concluded no criminal suspicion. But that statement did nothing to quell public doubts. Heavy-handed post deletions and account bans only convinced people that a cover-up looms. Yet the more authorities suppress, the stronger the pushback. The global petition Justice for Yu Menglong has surpassed 260,000 signatures. Another overseas Chinese action, the Hollywood Walk of Fame AVAZ signature campaign, was set for October 12 at 3 p.m. The bilingual description reads, "When truth is buried, silence becomes complicity. When the brave are muzzled, each person who steps forward is a star that lights the night. To speak for Yu Menglong is to speak for ourselves." Inside mainland China, what appear to be large numbers of brave female fans took to the streets, chanting "Shut down e-media," to protest the company's cold-blooded response. Some claim there were over 10,000 protesters. On related videos, scrolling comments read, "Our sisters are amazing. Keep going. I'm moved to tears, brave girls." While we can't verify the exact time of the footage, it's worth noting that last year, fans of singer Hua Chenyu shouted the same slogan after he was allegedly suppressed by e-media. Clearly, public ire at this company is long-standing. A concert for a brother, while a dragon spirit appears in the sky. Hua Chenyu held his Mars concerts in Nanjing on October 5 to 6. It should have been pure celebration, but everyone knew he was weighed down by the loss of his brother, Yu Menglong. On stage, Hua confided to the audience that he still hasn't figured it out. He said life is half clarity, half confusion. He keeps using logic to accept reality, but wonders whether that acceptance is real, or just a coping mechanism as things grow more serious. His words were oblique, but everyone understood his unresolved not meant you. What happened next moved the crowd, and felt almost mystical. On October 5, drones released colored smoke into the sunset sky, and the smoke slowly took the shape of a dragon. The sun's position just happened to align as the dragon's eye, an uncanny image. Why a dragon? Privately, Hua affectionately called Yu Longer, Little Dragon, and fans followed suit. The dragon in the sky brought many to tears. Longer came to see his brother. You attended the concert too. Coincidence or not, in this grief-stricken moment it offered comfort. And Hua's tribute began even earlier. Back to September 21, 10 days after Yu's death, Hua performed "I Wish I Could Come Back" at the Foshan Music Festival. Netizens interpreted it as a memorial full of hidden signals. Why? The stage visuals were packed with meaning, a white figure falling from a height, directly echoing Yu's fatal fall. Above hovered a huge black hand, symbolizing puppet master forces, hinting it wasn't an accident. Multiple stairways suggested high-rise floors, shattering glass symbolized a life broken and truth hard to find. Most heartrending, at the song's climax, as the white figure falls, a gentle white hand appears on the screen to catch him. Many cried, saying, "We all wish we could catch the little dragon." The design even wove in Yu's favorite pink, alternating black and white with color to evoke the sorrow of separation by death. Under immense pressure, Hua mounted a silent farewell for his brother through music and staging. Their bond touched everyone. Their friendship began on the 2013 Superboy stage. Hua has often said he and Yu were closest. When Yu was eliminated back then, Hua broke down backstage, needing support to stand. Such pure friendship is rare in an industry of fame and gain. After the tragedy, netizens unearthed a message Yu wrote to Hua 12 years ago, now chillingly prophetic: "If I'm not around, what will you do? Who'll keep you company?" Fine then, take care of yourself, no one will wake you up anymore. A once playful line became a farewell. Hua's brave tribute acted like a fuse, pushing Yu's already suspicious case back to the forefront of public scrutiny. Truth may be late, but memory won't fade. A kind, gentle young actor left this world at 37. His passing drew genuine grief from many stars. Yang Mi's fourth brother, Go Well, Chen Kuan's summer of 2013, testifying to his good reputation. His best brother Hua Chenyu, under heavy pressure, used music and stagecraft to hold a silent memorial, hoping to awaken more people's memory and conscience. His fans, the so-called fangirl ranks, took to the streets and roared. Over 260,000 people around the world have signed a petition for justice. His company's stock collapsed, an executive resigned, perhaps the tip of a massive iceberg melting in the shadows. We've said so much not to hand you a definitive answer. Under current circumstances, no one may be able to. We're trying to piece together the fragments so you can see that outside the official script, there's another version, far more startling. One netizen said it best, "I just want the truth and the perpetrators held to the law." Another wrote, "We're not the netizens of 9 years ago, covering mouths won't work. Justice lives in people's hearts." Yes, Menglong's tragedy ripped open one of the darkest, ugliest corners of China's entertainment world and the broader power system. We ordinary people may not change things instantly, but we can refuse to forget, keep watching, keep asking. Every share, every discussion adds one more brick paving the way for truth. Like the gentle white hand that caught the falling figure on Hua's stage, let our memory catch this kind soul who should never have been lost. That's it for today's program. If this episode moved you, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support is our greatest motivation to keep digging for truth. If you have new leads or views on the Menglong case, please share them below.